Guys, good morning. Welcome to SmartHER News Coffee Talk on location at my friend's house, Brooke, who I'm hoping that you'll meet a little bit later because I have big plans for Brooke and SmartHER News. She doesn't know it exactly, but Brooke is part of a home building team with her husband, and they build the most amazing homes. Hey, Bonnie. Bonnie is Brooke's mom. I should say mother-in-law. And this is what my kids are doing just this morning. I'm having one as a mom where you know you should be really grateful. You have wonderful children and a great life, and yet I want to pull my hair out. That's the sort of 24 hours we've had. I'm not going to share the details on that. It involves a lot of potty training, so I'm just going to leave it right there. So we're going to leave them with Paw Patrol for a second, and we're going to talk a little bit about news if we can. I'm not getting great reception. People are sleeping. I'm not getting great reception in the house. So if the video hiccups, hold on. Guys, I need you to share this, please.
Yeah,
Liberty?
Liberty.
Trace, will you come with me while I shoot my video? Will you please? Come here. Come with me. I want you to be...
I'm tired.
Okay, then just rest. We're all tired. Okay, let's just try to get through a couple things. 3 things I think you should know for today. We're actually waking up to some new news on very different topics. Quickly, just want you to know that the royal family, Queen Elizabeth, has invited President Trump for a state visit in June. This is significant because last summer President Trump was in Europe for a variety of different reasons, including a meeting with the Russian president. And it wasn't an official state visit when he met with the Queen, but there were a lot of protests in the streets because of the American president's positions on many different issues. And so this is sort of a marked turnaround to know that there's a state visit invitation even, and that the president has apparently accepted this invitation for early June. President Obama and President George W. Bush have both attended state visits in England. And so this is important. This is a formal invitation. It's a formal event, and it's reserved really for key allies of England. So that's important to know. Also, just considering the context, remember England, although the royal family is not directly involved in politics, England is going through this huge controversy over Brexit. And that's causing a lot of questions about the future of the government of England and what does England look like separated from the EU. So I think it's important to know that that invitation was extended and apparently accepted. Second thing you should know is we're getting some more news out of Sri Lanka. And this is what I want you to be very cautious about. Early this morning, woke up to news that ISIS is claiming responsibility for this attack on a series of different churches as well as hotels. The Sri Lankan government yesterday came out and said this is a local militant Muslim group that we think is responsible for this. ISIS coming out several days later and saying, well, we're really behind it. Cautious about this. And the reason is that ISIS often, and based on my previous reporting when I've talked to terrorism experts, when they see horrible terrorist events where no one is claiming responsibility, they sit back and wait. Is Al-Qaeda really behind this? Is someone else really behind this? This is a really bad event. Can we take responsibility? Is there propaganda benefit for us? And if no one claims responsibility, sometimes they step forward and say it's us. So the Sri Lankan officials today are saying that they don't have any evidence of that. And so you might see that often because it's easier for the press to start putting things in categories and saying like, oh, this is an ISIS attack, clearly. Instead of saying, well, this is a group no one really knows that much about and we have to figure out more. You know, it's almost like neater when you can say, and I'm saying neater, like more organized when you can say, oh, well, this is an ISIS attack, this is an Al-Qaeda attack, this is that, because we have some point of reference. So just be very, very careful with that today. Let's just wait. The event is horrible enough. We have plenty to cover there. The death toll has risen to more than 300. And unfortunately, I think is expected to rise as more than 500 people were injured. So just a word of caution about that today. Finally, I want you to pay attention to what's happening in politics here in the United States. We've heard time and time again since President Trump was elected president about impeachment. His political opponents want to impeach him for a variety of different reasons. Now we have the special counsel investigation. We're seeing the report. You're having Democrats say, well, this is all more grounds for impeachment. You're getting a lot of talk about that. But what really is impeachment? Do you even know? I mean, I know I hear that word all the time, and I really had to do some research about, well, where did impeachment even come from? And who does it apply to? Who's ever been impeached? Here's something you should know. No U.S. president has ever been officially impeached and removed from office. 2 presidents have been impeached. They've been impeached by the House, where impeachment can happen. The Senate is responsible for removing them from office. You have to have both in order to have a full impeachment or removal of a president from office. President Andrew Johnson was impeached by the House. This was a very complicated situation post the Civil War, and he was impeached by the House but not removed by the Senate. President Clinton was impeached by the House, but he was not removed from the Senate. The founders did this impeachment so that there would be a check and balance on those in federal offices, but they made it difficult. So the House of Representatives, you only need a simple majority, so that means a simple majority vote to impeach a president. So that can be amongst party lines. You know, right now, if all the Democrats voted to impeach President Trump, they can impeach him. But it gets more complicated with the Senate. You need you need a super majority. So you need a lot of people from different parties to, at least at this time, to vote for the removal of the president, if that was to happen. House Democrats held a conference call last night talking about strategy on this, and early reporting indicates that it doesn't look like they're going to pursue impeachment. That doesn't mean they're not going to continue to investigate the president, but impeachment is a political call, and there's political benefits and risks to it. So check out our card on that today. I think you'll find it really informative, especially if you continue to hear this word impeachment. You know, I didn't know that President Clinton, this is several months ago when we started this research. I'll show this to you in a second. I didn't really realize that President Clinton was officially impeached, but not officially removed from office. In fact, he continued for 2 years in office after being impeached by the House. Yes, let me show you what I'm looking at right now. Yes. What are you doing? You want me to push this? Oh, these are really nice hardwood floors, Trace. Okay. Anyways, so those are the 3 things I want you to know today. State visit, President Trump, happening in England in June. We're getting more information about the Sri Lankan terror attack. We can still call it a terror attack. It was. Be careful of these claims that ISIS is involved. Let's just wait and watch and see what's going on with that. And third, hey, people are talking a lot about impeachment, but let's learn a little bit about it and also have an understanding that it's not an easy process and it's extraordinarily rare. Only 2 presidents impeached officially by the House, not removed from office. No president ever impeached and removed from office in U.S. history. Okay, let me just show you this quickly. I hope Brooke doesn't mind, but I'm going to try to walk around her place because Brooke has the most amazing design eyes. She's an amazing home builder with her husband. They're like Chip and Joanna Gaines to me. And I'm just going to show you more of their house. But Brooke and I have a special project we're working on today. One of the things that I would really love to do with SmartHER News is we want to cover all the really important news of the day, but every once in a while we want to do something really fun. And that would be something called, I'm going to take you outside in a second, something called SmartHER Homes. Like SmartHER Homes, SmartHER Beauty, SmartHER Money, where we have some experts that give you some really cool stuff, like some candy, you know, so you get all your hard news, you get some good stuff. Maybe at the end of the week, you have a SmartHER Homes feature that talks to you a little bit about design, you know, or money smarts, or beauty, or style. I'm going to go take care of that because people are still sleeping. Have a great day, guys. Let me know what you think of SmartHER Homes, and watch Insta Stories later today on Instagram if you can. I'm going to try to put a little video together with Brooke if she doesn't kick me out of her house. Okay. Have a great day, guys. I'll talk to you later.